Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon White 2. I'm your Smogon Gamer. In the last episode we kind of started on Clay Tunnel. I believe that's what this is called. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. And we're going to be finishing off a huge chunk of it today. We'll be finishing off the remaining part as of tomorrow, as well as, you know, there's major stuff this episode, major stuff in the next episode, and then we're basically done with this. Today we catch one of the two remaining legendaries that we are capable of catching to our, to the best of our capabilities, because there's no longer any Wi-Fi, therefore I can't trigger certain things to get certain things. So there's that. So I want to cover the news first in regards to some of the things that were announced over on Serebii in regards to just in general stuff, and then we're going to go from there. So the first thing I just want to cover, because this is actually really cool and I'm kind of jealous that European 3DS stuff gets this kind of stuff before anyone else. It has been announced that two special 3DS themes are to hit the European 3DS theme shop this week. The first theme is called Mootypwns and features a sleeping Pikachu as you scroll through the screens. And the second 3DS theme is based on Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. They cost €199 or £179. I think that's what that is. I could be wrong. It could be backwards. It could be £199 and €179. I don't know. I don't pay attention to these icons. But yeah, one of the two. The information's over on Serebii. The Primal Groudon actually does kind of look cool. I want to see what the Kyogre looks like. I kind of want to know what like the background music is as well. Another thing I want to kind of cover, even though it's not on Serebii, for themes, I don't know when this was actually implemented, but for anyone who doesn't already know, there is a free theme that you can download. It is for Sonic, I believe, and I don't remember the actual name of the game that it's based off of. I think it's like that really new one or something. I don't remember what it was though. But you can download it for free. It's a freebie, so I mean, why the hell not? It's a free theme that you can download. I wonder if they're gonna do something similar or for like other games in the future as well. I mean, I'm sure they will, but I don't know. I mean, I don't dislike Sonic, but like some of that newer stuff that they've done, I've just not been very particularly fond of. But yeah, just figured I'd share that. Next, this was announced I think yesterday, and I'm just going to read this off of Serebii. Earlier today, a special anime short akin to the one that came before Black and White 2 was first aired in Japan. This short featured a non-canon version of Brendan and May as they went on their journey, of course. This short showcased all of the new Mega Evolutions and the basics of the new game. As such, we have added images, blah blah blah. So yeah, you can go check it out. I watched the trailer and I was not disappointed. The Black and White 2 trailer, if we're going off of like, whoa, this is like next level stuff, Black and White 2 won out of the two. As much as I'm hyped as hell for Hoenn, I have to say that Black and White 2 still outdid Hoenn, and that's not going to change. But I mean, it's still pretty good. I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, there were a few cute moments on May's part. There were a few hilarious moments on Brendan's part, etc. It's good. There is room for more megas, and I guess that kind of brings me to the next thing that we get to talk about, which is a lot of these rumored leaks. Okay, let's put this into perspective. There is apparently Mega Solrock, Mega Milotic, Mega Castform, and Mega Flygon. So already, I believe that Milotic has been completely debunked as fake. Nixnay that. That's fine. I mean, I'm honestly expecting it to not happen, just because, they don't always listen to what we want. Not always, anyways, and as a result, we're probably just not going to get it. As much as everyone pretty much wants it unless they actually dislike Milotic with a passion, and that would probably be anyone and everyone that probably struggled against Cynthia in Generation 4. But I do know that some of these like concepts that I've seen and stuff like that are all kind of interesting. Looking at the, what's it called, the Solrock, it has like blacked out eyes. In a way, it kind of gives me this really weird feel for Majora's Mask. It kind of has that weird look in its eye, kind of like the moon does. And yeah, I mean, I love the design, don't get me wrong. There's a picture of it over on Serebii, I think. I'm not entirely sure. You can Google search Pokemon ORAS leaks, and I'm pretty sure, you know, just throwing it out there. But one of the ones that you can stumble upon is a picture of someone's Nintendo 3DS, and on it you can see a Solrock. And honestly, I like this thing's design. If this thing actually turns out to be real, I would probably build a competitive build for it for whatever tier it's currently in right now, which is probably RU or NU, if not like something far low. Like Solrock's really just not that great of a Pokemon in all honesty, but I mean, still, it's an interesting thing. There's a few screenshots here, I think. I'm not entirely sure. There's like at least 2 that I can find through Google. As for Flygon, I don't know what to say about that. Flygon was not very believable. There's been a lot of cast form, but I believe that that's also been debunked. Okay, to put this into perspective, because I've actually looked into a lot of this, apparently when it came to the Flygon, there were people that double checked into this, and when it came to checking the demo code for any possible trainers that had 3 Pokemon, including an Espeon that was at level 38, because the Flygon's seen battling against a level 38 Espeon, they couldn't find any such trainer in the coding. Now, this is kind of out there still, because it's been recently proven that you can get certain Pokemon with moves that were not originally found in the demo coding. I believe it was like Blaziken or something that got Ice Punch or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. So there's still room for Megas. There's still room for new like special moves that people or Pokemon might get through, you know, finding them by tiptoeing through the grass. You know, stuff like that. So as a result, there is still, you know, doubt in a lot of people's minds as to whether or not there are more Megas, etc. Because originally, whenever the dump for the demo happened, there was basically 100% confirmation we weren't getting any more Megas. And now that there are things that are uncertain and aren't even a part of the coding or whatever, you know, it's just like out there. So, I mean, I don't know, I'm keeping my hopes up for Flygon and Milotic. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm definitely keeping my hopes up for that. The other one is, again, cast form. Now, I don't know how I'd feel about this. I mean, it kind of has a very unique talent in the form of transforming into a specific thing depending on the weather. The thing is, like, what can you do for it? They probably wouldn't change its ability because it's kind of its own little gimmick. The stat increases would definitely make it kind of interesting, depending on how big of a stat increase they got and into which stats. But I still can't help but wonder, like, what can you really give it? So, I don't know. There might have been more leaks, I don't know. I have to look into it, and I'll talk about them tomorrow if I find them, of course. However, here is where we can start finding the Regis. Now, Serebii has this wrong. They have it as you take 6 steps down, then 9 steps to the right. It's actually 9 steps to the right and then 6 down. And once you just go down from like the 9 steps to the right, you can keep pressing A each step, and you'll eventually find a switch that opens a door. And once you get the little everything's shaking thing, you can go through this door, and you will be able to reach the end where a Pokemon will be waiting for you. Now, the default for, I think, every game is Regirock. I could be wrong. It might be maybe Registeel or something for a different game. I don't know. But, yeah, Regirock is what we're going to be getting today. And the strategy here is literally Espeon, or it's literally Espeon, Electros, and Excadrill. And I'm sure that a lot of people were wondering why the hell I have Excadrill. It's because I went and actually caught one off screen in order to have it for the 2 Regi fights that we're going to be doing. So strategy here is Espeon Psychic, because for whatever reason she or he, okay, it's a he manages to fucking do enough damage, just enough damage to bring it way down into the red. I can't tell if that was a high roll, a low roll, or just a regular roll. I've gotten it to very close to orange before, but either way, it did more than enough damage. I'm surprised that this Regirock managed to connect Zap Cannon. It's a very inaccurate move. I think it's 50 base accuracy, which is why it carries this move, Walk On. This thing carries Iron Defense, Lock On, Zap Cannon, and Charge Beam. So, in case you're wondering why I brought Excadrill along, this is the reason why. Because its only attacking moves that do any damage are electric, and obviously Excadrill is completely immune to every electric move. So now that it's out there, Regirock's down in the red, and it's paralyzed, we are now capable to start chucking dust balls, and I'm sure you also noticed that. We have a crap load of dust balls. This is because when I was trying to catch it off screen and come up with an ideal strategy for this, it was being a major pain in my ass, and it was taking a very long time, even sped up. So, I mean, Regirock and the other Reggie that we're going to be getting, they're probably not going to be very, how do I put it, very forgiving. They're going to be very merciless in regards to getting caught. I don't remember exactly what their catch rate is. I think it's very low, like 3 or 4. So, I mean, the fact that it's paralyzed, completely in the red, almost dead for that matter. I'm sure it's down to like 5 HP or something. Despite the fact that it's at that and in a cave, you know, like, it's in a cave. We're talking dust balls here. Literally the best Pokeball in the game outside of the Master Ball, especially if you use it in a cave or if you're using it at night. It is literally the best Pokeball in the game. And even then, it still struggles to catch something like Regirock and various other legendaries for that matter. But it's still the Pokeball that has the best chance outside of Master Ball. I mean, I've been tempted to Master Ball this, and honestly, I probably could have to spare us time, because I might have actually been able to finish catching both Regis today if I had done that, because believe it or not, we have one more legendary to go after Regirock, and I still happen to have 2 Master Balls that I can throw for no reason. But where's the fun in that? I mean, tell me, do you think that it would be fun to just Master Ball a legendary, or would you rather sit here and watch me get fucking trolled by a Regirock? I mean, let's be real. I mean, when I was trying to catch this thing before I was recording, and even while I was recording the gameplay, it was beginning to piss me off. Like, I don't know why. It's just that, like, when it comes to things like the Regis, sometimes Latios and Latios, and stuff like that, they're all usually some kind of pain in the ass to catch, and it's really infuriating. I mean, it's one of those things where you just want to throw your keyboard through your monitor if you're playing on an emulator, or chuck your 3DS, Nintendo DS, or whatever handheld you happen to be playing on out your window, and then probably go outside. If you happen to have your license and get in the car, you could just run it over several times and just, you know, point at it and keep screaming no, because you're just not doing this. You know, I don't know. I mean, believe it or not, Regirock is going to be a little bit more forgiving. I honestly, whenever we got to about 10 minutes, I was like, this is going over 15 minutes, isn't it? And I'm kind of glad that it doesn't, because I really don't want to be here for like 30 minutes trying to catch a Regirock of all things. I mean, believe it or not, we have a lot of other things that we need to do. Several trainers that we need to battle, and then we have the round 2 of the Elite Four, and then we are done with this Let's Play. We should have this done within 4 days. So, probably around Friday, we should have this done. So, that should be good. It should be very good. I need to start getting, you know, to work on my new template and stuff for my next Let's Play, which will be starting probably late this week, if we're lucky. If not, then I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, anyways, once you catch Regirock, it will open up another chamber depending on your game. Because we're playing White 2, we unlock the Iceberg Chamber, and I wonder how many people can guess what we're going to be catching in there. So, for those of you who know what we're catching in there, I guess, you know, great, you're looking forward to that. If not, we will be catching Regice tomorrow. So, be sure to stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer, signing out.